back in '08. Banks had too much leverage. They didn't have enough capital, and they didn't do sufficient stress testing and analysis of the risks that they were taking.
That's why in the first 100 days, I have taken action to roll back burdensome regulations that undermine community banks, especially, I know you're going to be very disappointed at this, Dodd-Frank, right? No, it's out of control.
The problem that Dodd-Frank was trying to resolve was the question of whether a bank was too big to fail. Should the banks themselves be forced to set aside the reserves to withstand any financial pressures in the future, or does the taxpayer have to come in and bail them out?
As often happens, the pendulum swings too far, and that can have other consequences like holding back economic growth.
It promised us, Mr. Chairman, they promised us that it would lead to a more stable economy. But instead, the big banks are bigger. The small banks are fewer. We're losing a community bank or credit union a day.
Most banks are submitting annual reports of over 20,000 pages to pass the stress test, and you've got checkers checking checkers throughout the bank.
In Jamie Dimon's most recent earnings call for JP Morgan, he implied that as much as $1 trillion was being withdrawn from the economy because of these intense regulations. There has been some question about whether if these regulations were lifted, whether we would just have a huge groundswell of people wanting loans, and I don't think that's quite the case. What you need really to have loan demand is to have confidence in the economy. Maybe investors wouldn't want to invest in banks that didn't have as many reserves as we are now required to do. The U.S. is a leader in the financial world, and Dodd-Frank got us there.